Hey guys, Trainer DC here, coming at you with another video. It's been months since we got our last piece of information regarding Pokémon Legends Z-A. Pokémon really with Legends Z-A has had a very weird marketing cycle. This game got revealed all the way back in February of 2024. No new information for an entire year until Pokémon Day 2025 this past February. Then this is really the first major trailer we have gotten since the Pokémon Day presentation outside of that one mini trailer we got during a direct showing off the ZA Royale. This is like our first really big piece of information in this marketing cycle. I'll get into that in another video just discussing that whole debacle in and of itself. But without further ado, let's get into what was announced today. And I think the one thing that everyone has on their mind, and the first thing I want to talk about, is Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite was revealed as being the first brand new Mega Evolution in Pokémon Legends Z-A. And as you can see now on screen in this video, Mega Dragonite has a bit of a controversial design in that it's kind of weird looking. Like when I first saw this, I thought it was really goofy looking, and quite frankly, I was not a fan of it. It's grown on me a little bit since then, but still, I think just the wings, the way they have it on top of Dragonite's head, just looks rather odd to me. It's just a little bit off-putting, but nevertheless, Mega Dragonite is a dragon flying type, retaining the same typing as our base Dragonite. We have a little description here as to some of its abilities. It soars around using the large wings on its head. Mega Dragonite has distinctive Dragonair-like features, such as a pearl on its tail and wings on its head that act as feelers. Thanks to Mega Evolution, Dragonite can now fly faster and farther than before. I find this little excerpt to be very interesting because if you guys recall, and a little spoilers ahead if you don't want to know what's going on with the leak community, Mega Dragonite was one of the 26 or so Mega Evolutions that were leaked months ago. And its description was actually described to us as being more Dragonair-like, with it getting an orb on its tail and wings on its head. It was described in those leaks as being blue. Maybe it was at that point in development. Maybe they changed the coloring. Maybe the shiny is blue. Who knows? But nevertheless, this is literally the same wording we had from that leak a few months back. It says, even its kind-hearted nature is powered up. For Mega Dragonite, ending a Pokemon match quickly is an act of kindness towards its opponent. Its kind-hearted nature gets amplified when it Mega Evolves, and it launches powerful attacks at its opponent with a smile. At the same time, if it senses someone's in trouble, it has the kindness to instantly rush to their aid, even if it's in the middle of an intense battle. So yeah, that's your first look at Mega Dragonite, our first Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends Z-A. As I said before, its design is a little bit controversial because it just looks rather goofy. I think some of the fan arts we had, shout out to Pokeos here for putting these together, but I think some of the fan arts we had, like this one here by Cardinal H on Twitter, looked better than the actual design we're getting for Mega Dragonite. It just looks rather goofy and odd. It's not the worst design I've ever seen before, but it's not great. I think everything's fine except for this little head right here. The wings coming off of the head where the antennas used to be, I just can't get my head around that. Again, it's growing on me ever so slightly as time passes, but a really weird design. The next piece of information that we got from this trailer is some news regarding some new characters that are going to be appearing in this game. First and foremost, it turns out that we're a part of a brand new organization called Team MZ that's basically trying to protect Lumio City and the Kalos region, and these are two members of our team, Lyda and Naveen. Lyda is said to be a dance school student who came to Lumio City seeking to become a professional dancer. She joined Team MZ in exchange for lodging and has become a trusted member of the crew. She's a foodie who loves croissants and her partner Pokemon Staryu. Meanwhile, Naveen is an aspiring fashion designer who's earning a reputation in Lumio City as a designer shrouded in mystery. He joined Team MZ in exchange for the studio space. His partner Pokemon is Scraggy, but he's not fond of battling. So a couple of things here. I will note that Urbane and Tawny, as well as the player character, are all a part of Team MZ. First and foremost, just Team MZ conceptually as a name is just so weird to me. I've been saying since the first trailer we got this year back on Pokemon Day that AZ is a part of a secret organization and we're working for AZ. That's one of the first speculation videos I made this year regarding Legends Z. I'll leave a card up above to it if you haven't seen it. But it seems like that's somewhat the case, that yeah, there is a secret organization or an organization in general that is working out of AZ's hotel, but instead of being, run by AZ or AZ being involved, at least at this point in time, we don't know if he is. It seems like this is Team MZ, which I'm confused by the name MZ. I'm not really sure what that stands for, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. But the team is made up of Lyda, Naveen, us, the player character, and either Urbane or Tawny. Real quick side note, there's a lot of regurgitated information on the Pokemon site from prior trailers. I'm just going over the new stuff here, but real quick, little picture here we have of Lida and Naveen. This is kind of interesting because, and shout out to Central Leaks on Twitter for actually pointing this out in the first place and even noticing this. Lida's partner Pokemon is a Staryu. Naveen's partner Pokemon is a Scraggy. Based on the leaks we've gotten for this game, two Pokemon that are going to be receiving Mega Evolutions are Starmie and Scrafty. This is a clear hint towards that, but of course we're not supposed to know that at this point in time, but leaks happen and Game Freak is really bad at covering up their leaks. Next up we have Rogue Mega Evolutions Disturb the Peace. I'm not going to read this one in its entirety, but essentially the gist of it is, this we knew about it from the leaks and the prior trailer teased this. Pokemon are Mega Evolving in public. They're going rogue when they Mega Evolve. They don't know what's causing this because Mega Evolution, as it says here, is supposed to be a phenomenon that happens when a Pokemon holds a Mega Stone and has a strong bond with its trainer. So why are these Pokemon Mega Evolving and rampaging throughout the city? We don't know, but Quasartico Inc., the corporation that's driving Lumio City's redevelopment, is tasking us and the rest of MZ to aid in their investigation and to quell these raging Pokemon. Once again, from the leaks and just speculation that I had at the beginning of the year, is it's probably being caused by whatever Quasartico is up to. They're probably harnessing infinity energy, and basically that energy is causing these megas to go berserk in the wild, and we're going to have to quell them and stop them. The leaks had indicated, assuming they are true, which at this point I'm assuming they're real, given that Mega Dragonite is pretty much one for one what the leaks said it was going to be, minus the blue coloring. Basically, the leaks had indicated that these Mega Evolution Pokemon are going berserk because of what's going on at the Lumio City Tower, Prism Tower, and basically we're trying to, you know, help them stop this. If you want to see me go in depth on the story leaks, I'll leave a card above to that video. It's been some months, so I don't remember them in full detail. Nevertheless, as we move through this site, we get to our character page, which again, a lot of this is regurgitated information, but we get to a character called Corbu, and Corbu is the boss of the Rust Syndicate, and this is a new piece of information. One powerful Pokemon trainer you'll face in a promotion match is the intimidating Corbu. While he may be participating as an individual competitor in the Z-A Royale, he also leads the menacing Rust Syndicate. What is this Rust Syndicate? What do they do? We don't know because they didn't give us any additional information on it. Corbu specializes in using poison-type Pokemon during battle, and he seems to be up to his own business in Lumio City. There are many other powerful opponents awaiting you in the Z-A Royale. We have some images here of him with his Arbok, and if we go back to the trailer, actually when he was first introduced to us, we can see a little bit of their hideout. It looks rather cool actually, and you can see what the grunts look like as well. There's another trainer that's shown off here that we could presume is going to be like the second in command or one of the admins, if you will, for the Rust Syndicate. We really don't know much about them other than that. What is the Rust Syndicate up to? Who knows? They didn't really divulge that information, and they didn't even confirm the name of the second in command from the site. It's not even in the main trailer. It's in the breakdown that they had afterwards, but nevertheless, the leaks did indicate that there was going to be a mafia-like organization in this game, and it seems like the Rust Syndicate is exactly that. If we continue on this site, we get another part of the leak confirmed to us, and that is that Mabel, the prior member of Team Flare in the original X and Y, is actually going to be the professor in this region in Lumio City for Pokemon Legends Z-A. It's no longer Professor Sycamore, it's Mabel. Mabel is the acting director of the Pokemon Research Lab. Since the urban redevelopment plan began, the number of Pokemon in Lumio City has surged. Mabel is researching the habits of these Pokemon and is looking into the reason for their growing numbers. Mabel has a lot of research to keep up with, so she seeks your help in her investigation. As part of your research, you'll register a variety of Pokemon to the Pokedex by catching or evolving them. At times, you'll obtain Mega Stones, allowing you to register Mega Evolved Pokemon to your Mega Evolution Pokedex. Complete Mabel's research request to earn TMs and other rewards. We all know what TMs do, so I'm not going to read that last bit here, but a couple of things, right? Number one, Mabel's our professor, as I said before. You can see her updated design here. It's kind of cool to see that, hey, the members of Team Flare, some of them at least, have become, you know, regular people in society now. They're no longer these evil villains. They're kind of just like regular people now. Maybe they had some redevelopment of their own, and now they're all just law-abiding citizens. It's pretty obvious that she's taking the role of the professor from Pokemon Legends Arceus, right? We're going to be completing the Pokedex for her, just like we did in that game with the professor as well. Interestingly enough, it sounds like she's going to be giving us some Mega Stones, and that will be one way for us to earn Mega Stones. I didn't mention this before, but but quelling those raging Mega Evolved Pokemon will also give us Mega Stones, and there's another way we can get Mega Stones as well, which we'll get to in the next part of this breakdown. But I find it interesting there's a Mega Evolution Pokedex. That's something that we haven't really had before. Usually it's just another tab in that Pokemon's Dex entry, so that's interesting to see. But before we get to the next section of the site, there is one more new character, or returning character I should say, that was introduced in this new trailer, and that is Emma. I'm gonna be real here, I don't really remember Emma from the original X and Y. I do know she was the assistant to Looker, who was the detective within Pokemon X and Y. She was another character that had been mentioned in the leaks, and we get more confirmation that those leaks are absolutely 100% legit, because we got the official reveal today that Emma is going to be in Pokemon Legends Z-A. It says here that Emma inherited the head role at her detective agency in Lumio City. I wonder who she inherited that from, Looker, hint hint. She's the city's best detective, not to mention a fierce Pokemon trainer, but that doesn't mean she couldn't use a little help. Facing a city full of problems, you'll assist Emma by tracking down missing Pokemon, locating lost items, and even taking part in the occasional Pokemon battle. Work alongside Pokemon to solve the problems of people, both young and old, in Lumio City. There's an image here of her at her detective agency, but it seems like the role Emma is going to serve in Pokemon Legends Z-A is essentially she's going to be the source of our side quest for the game. It says here you can track down missing Pokemon, locate lost items, even take part in the occasional Pokemon battle. This doesn't seem like it's going to be a part of the main game, a part of the main story. I'm sure they're going to integrate it in some way into the main story where, you know, they introduce the whole concept of side quests to you, and maybe there's certain side quests that you need to complete in order to progress throughout the story, but this is probably going to be a very optional part of the game. Personally, I'm not one typically who goes out of their way to do side quests in games. I really do just care about the main story, but I'm sure in typical Pokemon fashion, they'll probably tie some TMs or maybe some Mega Stones or something behind some of these side quests, and you're going to need to complete them in order to obtain said item. Next up, we have this new section, Making the Most of Your Adventure. It really goes over a lot of stuff we already knew. Like, yeah, they confirmed that Alpha Pokemon are going to be in the game, but we all know what Alpha Pokemon are from Legends Arceus. They're just Pokemon that are bigger and stronger, and they go berserk, and they're more dangerous, but if you capture them, they're a good aid for your team. It tells you about completing the Pokedex. We all know how that works. There's also a little section telling us about the Pokemon Center, and we see the new design in this game for Nurse Joy. It tells you how to train and battle your Pokemon. We know all this before. The last section, though, is a little bit interesting. It says Mega Stones, the keys to Mega Evolution. It explains to us how Megas work. We all know how they work. But the last part here is interesting. It says Mega Stones can be obtained in places like the Stone Emporium, a shop that carries an assortment of Mega Evolution stones and other related items, and you can also get Mega Stones by visiting Quasartico Inc. headquarters, where someone will trade them to you in exchange for Mega Shards. These shards can be found by having your Pokemon break clusters of Mega Crystals scattered around Lumio City. So the 4 ways it seems like we will obtain Mega Evolutions in this game is number 1, by defeating these wild, rampaging Mega Pokemon. Number 2, by getting them from the Professor Mabel in this game. Number 3, we can get them from the Stone Emporium by buying them. And number 4, we can get them from Quasartico Inc. by giving them Mega Shards. I don't believe we've had a real explanation on what these Mega Shards do or why they're even there in the first place. I could be wrong, but this is the first time I remember hearing about this. The one thing I've noticed with Pokemon Legends Z-A is they really aren't telling us all that much before the game comes out, which is rather interesting of a strategy to be having here, but we'll get into that a little bit later. The last real thing here that I have to touch on is there's trainer customization. What a shock. It's been a staple in the Pokemon franchise since basically the original X and Y, although it went away for a bit in Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. Not really surprising that it's back for Pokemon Legends Z-A. But as I said before, the main thing from this trailer for me today to take away is 2 things. Number 1, there's this new organization called the Rust Syndicate. What do? Who knows? But the biggest thing is there's a new Mega Evolution that's been officially revealed in Mega Dragonite. Outside of that, we got the confirmation of a few characters returning, but that's really it for this trailer. And it's a bit disappointing for me to be seeing that this is all they revealed after waiting so much time. We'll get into it in a future video what exactly is going on with the marketing for Pokemon Legends Z-A, because it really feels like it's an absolute mess. But for today, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the reveal of Mega Dragonite? Are you excited for it? Do you like its design? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? What do you think the Rust Syndicate is going to be about? What are their goals within Lumio City? What are they trying to accomplish within this game? If you guys enjoyed enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from Trainer DC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.